Whoopee, I think my chair broke. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. David is here. Today we're going to talk about Mozart's A Major Concerto for Violin. This concerto, honestly, I really love and I hate at the same time. It's an impressive concerto, but it's so hard to play. It depends. I mean, it depends also where you are, where your skills are, what level you are. But today I will try to put it really simple with some little tricks, little tips, little advices or rules which will make life easier. I promise. So, by the way, if you love this video, if you like all the other videos on the channel, please follow me, share this, because this is my aim, to share all my experience, all the things I learned with all of you, and to give you a better future and a joyful future playing this instrument, wherever you do, however you do. So let's go through it. We're gonna talk mostly about the introduction and a little bit of some bars of the rest after it, the fast movement. But now we come to the introduction. How to get through it. The introduction is really important because this is kind of your business card when you start the concerto. This is how you perform, this is who you are, whatever. The first three notes, this is point number one. They are the most important notes because these are the notes where you start. And don't do following mistake. Often I hear people playing the first three notes really way too fast. And this is not really cool because we have already the orchestra playing before, and then there is kind of this gap. Sorry. And you should really use this moment as a really magic, put it a magic moment. And I always recommend to work with paintings, with a picture in your mind. And my picture at this moment is Mozart himself. Mozart is there in the bed, sleeping. The curtains are closed, but not completely. It's morning and the sun, there is a little bit of sun which is kind of passing through and hitting the bed. And Mozart slowly is waking up. Maybe he had a huge party before and he's opening his eyes. So this is the moment. And then he slowly stands up, he's opening the curtain, he sees that the weather is amazing and he would love to, he's like, oh wow, such good weather, and maybe let's go out with the horses, let's hunt a little bit or whatever. This is the fast movement afterwards, which comes. This is the part where he is outside and having a lot of fun doing whatever. But this is the waking up moment, the introduction. So take a lot of time for the first two notes. It's in this one, and then you need to breathe and to move your body in general. This is an advice for everyone, forever. Please breathe when you play the violin. Breathe and move. So it will be logic for everyone to follow you. Doesn't matter if you play first violin in the quartet, second violin, viola, whatever. Breathe and move. So waking up, and then you show. It needs to be like this or different, but it's important. Take your time. Point number two is the vibrato. Also, we come back to the three notes at the beginning. By the way, Mozart works with three notes, the three steps always. It's either coming from super piano to forte or the other way around, or slow to a bit faster, but he always got this three-step method, you know? And there's the three. So, but at the beginning, now we talk about point number two, the vibrato. So start with no vibrato. Why do I say so? Because it's always cool if you start something slow with no vibrato to first you should really hear the good, the great sound. Once you got it, then you put a little vibrato and you start the vibrato. But don't, often I see this, I don't find it cool to start the vibrato already before because I find the vibrato is like you add it on top, but the sound is way more important. So the bass, the basic is the sound. It should be great, and then you put the vibrato. And especially for this movement, no vibrato, and then you add the vibrato, and you give the vibrato goes hand in hand with the note to the next note, with the C sharp, and you keep on the vibrato non-stop to the third note, where everyone will start, the orchestra and you. It's this one, right? So no vibrato, a bit more. And then you keep on the rest. And it's important that you keep the vibrato until the very end, as much as possible. Yeah, because the vibrato, I figured out, is something, it's not a tool which you use for only a couple of notes. It's actually like an engine. You start and you stop at the end. This way of thinking is way more easier, making things way easier. And the amazing thing about this is if you are able to play the non-stop, the always continuing vibrato, immediately whatever you play gonna be connected, because the vibrato will force you to play way more notes hand in hand going through all the piece. And point number 3 for the beginning is the sound. Same here, go logic. Start with the piano and then you go a bit more weight, a bit more speed, a little bit, and then you come to the third note. But in general, take care that the speed in your right arm is always the same. Often I see people are kind of changing like this a little bit, and they are fastened up at the very top or the bottom of the bow. Check that this is not happening. It should be really always the same speed, and possibly, if possible, you change really super tight. Yeah, the bow change should be tight. So at the end, the more you can kind of imitate a never-ending bow and a never-ending vibrato for the complete introduction, the better it's gonna be. Okay? And this is all what I have to say for the introduction. And what I have to say for the fast movement, and actually in general for all the fast movements in the classical genre, is play with a lot speed. But now let's start. Point number 1 for the fast movements is the vibrato. The vibrato in general for the classical music shouldn't be too intense like in the romantic. No, it should be just a bit less. Yeah? Don't put it that bright, just a bit narrow. And then immediately it's already a different character. And you use this vibrato for everything in the classic. And there you go. This is the more simple way to make the first difference between romantic and classic. The second thing I find important is the articulation. Instead of, which is known for the romantic Russian concerto, specifically in the Tchaikovsky or in the Glazunov or Shostakovich. Yeah, there you go, always with a good bunch, a good punch into the note, into the sound. Here in Mozart, you never do this. And how to do it? How to round the edges? It's simple. You just don't use this part of the bow. Don't do it. Start always here. So instead of, if you start here, it's already way softer. And this is the key to make the second big difference between romantic and classic. You never start with a punch, with a beginning of the note. Also, when you change, don't do it the hard way. It should be always, the edges should be round. Yeah, and then you will see immediately it's a complete different character, which is made by technical aspects, nothing else. And point number 3, the most important thing is play really with a lot speed. Throw the bow down or up, doesn't matter, but play like with a completely relaxed right arm. Often I see people they play with a very short bow, and then it sounds like a bit tight, everything. No, open up, force yourself to play, to throw the arm down and up. And what will happen is amazing, because if you go like this, sometimes the bow will start to bounce and you will play a little bit spiccato. And this is the amazing thing of it. If you want to play spiccato in Mozart, never do it on purpose. Never force yourself. Spiccato should be, in any case, should be a result of a great fast détaché. But in this case, if the bow, by throwing, playing, will start to bounce, perfect. It will get immediately this very virtuoso character. Yeah. Yeah. This is my advice for Mozart in general. Just play with this throwing arm, and the good thing about this is the effect, the side effect, which I really love, which is impressive, that this is gonna be a message to your head. Hey, I'm super relaxed, and let's go with the joy, dancey through the fast movement, whatever it is. So these are my advices for Mozart, for the introduction and also the fast movements. You're gonna play whatever, first, third. And I figured out, if you really use these 3 tools for the beginning, for slow movements, and the 3 advices for the fast movements, often, if you really use them, okay, I mean, you really work on it and you really try to put them and to work on them and to implant them in your way of playing, then you will see how fast you will play the Mozart different than the more romantic pieces. I'm sorry a little bit for my English, because I'm not English, I'm German, but I hope you understood everything what I said, and I hope you understood my message, which I tried to give you. I hope it will work. And for now, I just can say, grab the violin and start practicing this way, this method, if you liked it. And yeah, see you in the next videos, and take care. Bye-bye.